Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Take Back Your Power. And this is Lygia. I'm here to give you your full moon reading for March 2022. And I believe the full moon is in Virgo this time around. We are super close to the spring equinox as well, which is coming up in the next few days. So the energies are running high. And I don't know about you, but I have been feeling the energies like crazy. It's making my head kind of crazy as well as whatever comes out of my mouth. So if there's a discrepancy, then just ignore that. So anyways, I wanted to mention, I actually just tried doing another reading for you on my computer and Zoom. My internet actually just died. So I'm doing a second one here. So I've actually seen one or two of the cards already. However, it really means something amazing. And the theme of this time period is letting go. So basically, we're coming to a completion. And that's basically what the full moon means. Is full moons are wonderful for letting go of the past, discharging basically what has happened, but reflecting upon it so that it helps you to move forward. And what is lovely about this particular time is the energies, the light energy is just amazing, especially since we're in this energy of transformation, not only within ourselves, or shall I say, not only around the world, but basically within ourselves, because everything that is within is also on the outside. What is within is without, is what they say. So what is happening for ourselves is this transformation of beauty and wondrousness, and making us have this opportunity or multiple opportunities to make changes within our lives. So at this time of completion, just keep in mind that this is a time of action. So the completion that we have done, you can reflect upon what is there, layer it, and allow those, whatever has happened in the past, whether positive or negative, to lead you to a point of today where you can move forward. And also this particular time with the aspects that are out there, meaning the planetary astrological aspects, it is amazing how much action we can take right now. If you're feeling more motivated, that is the reason why. And if you want to know more about the astrological aspects that are happening at this particular time or in the future or in the past, please go ahead and take a look at some of the wonderful astrologers that are out there on YouTube. And some that I listen to is Pam Gregory. I've said this in the past, Joni Patry, Kelly Rosano, Braca Goldsmith. There's a number of them. So go ahead and take a quick look at any of those to get more of a combination of what is happening and what is influencing your feelings at this particular time. So we're going to go right ahead into the reading. Like I said, normally I pick the cards and I don't look at them until we have a chance to share it together and I'm doing the reading. However, because my internet dropped and I lost my connection, I've seen just the first one or two cards. So I'm going to show you that the new moon in Aries says go for it. And basically, we are working in the Moonology decks once again, the Moonology manifestation and Moonology decks from Yasmin Boland. So go for it. Now, I basically find that Aries is one of those signs that is very motivated and also somewhat stubborn. So you've got the bull, right? So basically, you can be very bullheaded or stubborn in certain things. So what this is basically saying, allow for new opportunities to come in. Try to remove the rigidity that you have or have had maybe in the past. That there's a great possibility that what has been continuous for a long period of time, whether it be a job or a situation within a relationship or the financial status or anything that of a project that you've been shown or that you've been doing, but it's stalled. This is a time where you can open your mind to allow for something new to come in, something new to move forward upon. So the opportunities are endless at this particular time. And now you just have to discern which ones resonate with you so that you can take that opportunity and go ahead and take that opportunity. Have no fear with it. Feel as though it is there for you to take. So I'm going to look quickly in here for the The new moon in Aries, and if I can remember now what what page it's at, since I had seen it, which I don't expect to do that very often. This card heralds good news. Opportunities abound and the outlook is positive. Go through the doors that are opening up to you. There's every reason to believe you'll create what you want, even if you feel a long way from your goal. Keep going and be courageous. Chase your dreams with childlike enthusiasm and expect your desires to be satisfied. Don't sit around making plans. Do take action. This is crucial. So, enough with the procrastination. Chase your goal. Believe in divine timing. In love, make the first move if you dare. Financially, be proactive. A manifesting focus for this time is that this card is an especially good sign if you need more courage or determination, or if you're chasing someone or something. Makes a lot of sense in this sense as well, because of the fact that you need a little bit of a boost, like I say, light a fire under your butt so that you could do something. Go ahead and make that date if you're seeing that someone there is very interested, or it's possible that you don't know if they're interested. So if you don't know, why don't you do something so that you will know? Manifesting mindset: be driven, determined, take action, and ditch the faint-heartedness. This is a time for going for it, basically, as it says. Take that action and action steps if you need to, say, for if you've got a project on the go, or if you've got some ideas for a particular project, take the initiative to be able to organize your thoughts. Write these things down so that they're in a step-by-step format, so that you can go forward, like a business model for yourself if you're thinking about a new business. Or for example, in what I plan on doing, I know that I'm writing, so it's step by step in the writing process. So go ahead, and I think in the last reading, I also said that there's a lot of you that should be writing, and I'm going with that. I'm still feeling it, that there is a novel, a book, or whatever in you that needs to come out. So for those who have contemplated writing, please start. This is the time to take action. So manifesting tips for boosting your courage: call in Archangel Ariel, who is associated with spring and is wonderful to appeal to when you need the courage. This is interesting because it's spring in the Northern Hemisphere. So it's talking about that. Call in the energy of the planet Mars, which guides the sign of Aries. To boost your courage, light a candle, ideally a red one, which is falling suit with Mars, and ask Ariel and Mars for assistance. Hold this card to your heart chakra and breathe in courage. If you can do this ritual outdoors, so much the better. And at this particular time, with the transformations going on, this would be also in fall in the Southern Hemisphere, spring in this time period, it's a transformation. Basically take into account that nature has this beautiful light energy as it goes about this transformation that you can draw from, as well as give back to. So this is a perfect time to go out in nature and help yourself to gain courage and confidence while you walk in nature. So your manifestation affirmation at this time is: I am on the right track. Soon I will blank. So I'm going to go ahead and say mine. I am on the right track. Soon I will finish my oracle deck. And this is a beautiful one to carry forward for your goals. So I am on the right track. Soon I will finish my oracle card deck. I am on the right track. Soon I will publish my oracle card deck. So you can basically see how the affirmation works for a step-by-step process. So yes, the new moon in Aries takes place when the sun and the moon are on the same zodiac degree of Aries. It's full of fire and childlike trust that everything is doable. So keeping that in mind, let's go to the next card, because it just amplifies the first card. And that is: don't let your past hold you back, the South Node. And I think this is beautiful because it goes right into saying what you have accomplished in the past, or felt that you did not accomplish in the past, is now in the past. So it means that whatever it is that you've done, you have gotten to today because of what you've learned from that. So reflect upon the past as what you have learned from the experiences that you've gotten, whether positive or negative, and take that, let it go, because that is the most important thing. You've learned from that. Just like if you're at school. If you're at school, you learn from the lessons that your teachers taught you or that you've read in the book, the textbook. You've taken the test, and now you move on. And how many of us do we remember that test? Probably not, because we've gone through it. And a lot of the lessons, I'm sure too, is that we've gone through it. But what happens with that is it's fresh in your mind at that point, but then basically it becomes the foundation at the end, because you can't remember the details, but it becomes that foundation of where you were at today, and it basically layers. Isn't that interesting? All of our lessons allow us to layer. And I think that that is just brilliant for getting us to where we need to be. So, and where we need to be is right here. So don't let your past hold you back. The South Node. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. In attuning to the moon, you can say an affirmation: I release the past. And this is a beautiful one, saying I release or I let go of the past so that you can move forward. This is a fresh way of thinking of things. What you've done in the past is the past. What you've done in past lives is the past. And for those who are basically and believe in past lives, which I believe it just makes sense. So anyways, if you have had a contract in the past lives that you feel has carried on into this lifetime, it's possible that some unknowingness, some things that could be happening within your life at this particular time doesn't make sense as to why things are blocking you from achieving certain things. It could be that you have had a contract in the past lives that you need to let go of. So consciously make that effort with your guides to tell them that you now relinquish that contract, that it is signed and sealed and it is in the past, so that you can move forward in the future. Additional meanings for this particular card: a relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. So again, this could be a contract that you need to release at this time. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive, or just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So there could be a block in something that you're moving forward with, an initiative or a motivation, but there could also be that you're wanting to do a whole lot of things, but it doesn't mean that you should do all of them at once. So that organization structure is really important for you at this particular time. So the teaching part of this is the South Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The South Node in the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you always got. And that is something actually Colette Baron Reed, another fellow reader, says quite a bit. You've always done what you've always done, that you will always get what you've always got. And it's the truth, is that you might have to look at or relook at what you've done in the past. So for example, you basically have, you've done a lot for a particular project or an event, and you've done it in the past, but it doesn't seem to be working. So now you have to look at it again. Look at the procedure for it again before you proceed in an action process for doing it again. So this is basically looking at it from a new set of eyes, but knowing that you're going to achieve it. So keeping that goal in mind, but breaking down the objectives and really looking at them to see whether or not you're going to achieve that goal in the same process as you did before. I'm going to tell you, you probably won't. This is a time of that transformational process, which means that transformations bring in something new. So look at something in a new set of eyes, a childlike set of eyes, so that you can make the adjustments to achieve the goal that you're looking for, whether that goal is a person or a something or an event. So now we're going to look at the last card that I've chosen, and it is the full moon in Libra. Find a balance. Okay, this goes beyond. This is not just ourselves. So here, basically, you could have so many opportunities coming in that you may take on more than you can chew. And at this point, this is basically saying you need to find whatever allows you to create that balance for yourself. If you have ideas of what you wanted to do in a particular day and you feel like there's not enough hours in a day to achieve them, you need to find the balance that allows you to put everything together so that you don't feel overstressed, overworked, or burdened by all of the things that you want to accomplish to get to that particular goal. Does that make sense? I hope. So we're going to look at the last card here, finding balance in the full moon in Libra, and realizing that the Libra is all about the balance and the scales. So this could also pertain to what is going on in the world itself. In fact, I know it does. Anything that happens on the inside happens on the outside. So, and vice versa. So basically, finding the balance of what you're listening to, what you see that's out there, and realizing that you can be involved in the reality of this. You can see what's happening. You can see the kind of chaos that's happening on the outside. And transformation is about chaos. It's about basically taking the chaos that happens on the outside and recognizing that it has to happen in order for a balance or a calming to exist. You need both. That's the duality of our lives. So what you see on the outside, finding that balance of watching it and discerning the truth and whatever is happening on the outside, but also recognizing that you need to spend some time with yourself and not worry about the outside, because the more you do, the more stressed you are. So finding that balance between learning about the news on the outside and learning about the news on your inside. So take some time for yourself. The self-care is really important right now, making sure that you get out, get some exercise, going out in nature, getting some downtime, meditation, yoga, sleep, making sure that you get sleep and having enough water, things like that to help you rejuvenate and feel rejuvenated at this particular time. So finding the balance, let's read this here. Focusing on your own wants and needs is understandable. We all need to look after ourselves. However, this card suggests you need to find a balance between what you need versus what someone else needs. And this has always been the case as well. Nurture as well as yourself. Nurture others as well as yourself. Walk a mile in their shoes. Once you understand where they're coming from and why, you can take action. If you've been through a worrying time, including regarding your health, this card reminds you to find the right people for help. Make up your own mind about your situation rather than being too influenced by others. And that is not just about yourself and your circumstances within your environment, but also about the entire worldly situation. That is making up your own mind about what you hear and what you see. Manifesting balance, find a balance between your own needs and what you do for others. And that is so important because we can always get lost in doing things for other people, but we always forget our own needs or put our own needs on the back burner. Remember, or manifesting the mindset, remember that we're all co-creating. So getting other people on your side by being understanding is a win-win. And this just means that if you need this time for yourself to work on some of your own things, um, but someone doesn't seem to understand, you need to explain to them why it is that you're doing it. And the fact that you're really going for it, you're establishing that courage to be able to go for something that you really want, because you matter too. In fact, you as a human being, basically you are such an amazing person, and you need to take that amazingness and share it with the world. So it's always been you first, others afterwards, even though we always do the opposite. A manifesting ritual for opening the heart: add jasmine essential oil to your diffuser. um, Beautiful scented too, if you like jasmine. Find a comfortable position and close your eyes. And this is lovely. This is a way of meditating if you want, or just basically sitting, taking 3 to 5 really deep breaths. Man, does that help. That really, really subdues the stress that could be going on in you or around you. Call in Lakshmi, the magnificent Hindu goddess associated with love, abundance, and beauty, among other things. Um, I know of this goddess and how much the love, abundance, and beauty is basically so important to recognize that you possess that. You've always possessed that. Ask Lakshmi to open your heart and fill you with love, kindness, and gratitude. You can ask your guides to do that as well. Your manifestation affirmation is: there is love all around me. I am lovable. There is love all around me. I am lovable. And the full moon in Libra takes place when the sun is in Aries and the moon is in Libra. So basically, finding this balance. So we've got the 3 cards. 3 cards say go for it. Don't let your past hold you back, and find a balance. And this is a beautiful story that tells you where you're at right now, that everything could be in a particular situation where you're gaining ground, you're doing a lot, and you're having a lot of opportunities come to you, not too sure which ones to take. So always you have to take a moment for yourself and actually discern which ones resonate with you. And then at the end of it all, what is it that allows you to find that balance for yourself as well as for others, and the balancing of what you're going to be involved in, whether it's in the outside world, if you're basically involved in a particular career, and how much time you are able to allot to yourself. Don't get into a particular point where you burn yourself out. Now is not the time. And I'm going to tell you that basically, if the universe does not want you in a particular a specific spot at this time, they will rip that out from under you. And it's only because, in a sense, it's for your own good. It's basically saying that they're not wasting time. They don't want you to waste time. They want you to focus on what really matters. And that is making sure that you are being cared for, because for you being cared for, then you can care for others more deeply and more graciously, effectively and efficiently. So with that, I wish you a wonderful full moon. I hope you liked this reading. And if you did, please like below and subscribe to my channel. That way you can get the notifications as to when I post. So I thank you once again for joining me. I really do hope you have a wonderful time period. And for this full moon, enjoy watching the full moon if you're able to, if it's clear out. And I look forward to seeing you in my next reading. Thanks again, and bye for now.